Llega el momento de la Machibi y estamos nerviosos.
Toca hablar en inglés, vaya.
Hoy contacta con nosotros desde Estados Unidos una verdadera estrella. Ella es actriz, es cantante, es actriz de doblaje y más conocida por interpretar al crush de medio internet, a Lady Dimitrescu, en la última entrega de Resident Evil. Así que un aplauso para Maggie Robertson.
Welcome, Maggie.
¡Hi, Maggie!
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here today with us. Thank you so much.
Of course, it is my pleasure. I'm so happy to be talking with you.
We're super happy. We're big fans of Lady Dimitrescu.
Yep.
So it's a real honor to have you here. And how are you? What time is it over there?
Oh my gosh, I'm good. It is 9:33.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
In the morning.
Okay, 9:33. So, Maggie, you've played Alcina Dimitrescu, which is one of the most charismatic and famous characters in video games in the recent years. It's been a phenomenon. How does it feel?
Oh man, it's completely surreal and way more than anything I ever could have possibly imagined. I had no idea that she would blow up this much, that the game would be this successful. I think when you go into a project, you're just happy to be working on it. And that was certainly the case for me. I had no expectations on the outcome going into it. So all of this now has been just the most pleasant of surprises and has been such a wild ride. It's really quite humbling to be a part of a game that it has a global reach like Resident Evil. I mean, the fact that we're talking here today is so cool. So to be able to have that reach and have that impact and receive messages from people all over the world telling me how much this game and this character means to them and has impacted them is really special and quite humbling. So thank you.
Alcina took the video game world by storm. Like nobody expected that kind of reaction from the fans. Everybody was in love with her from the beginning, from the first picture. Really? Everybody was so in love with her.
In love with her, yes.
Yeah, well, in love and very horny as well. Yeah, I don't know. She's so magnetic. It's been a long time since a character from a video game has become so popular and iconic. Did you expect anything like this would happen while you were recording?
No. Oh my gosh, no. I had no clue. It has all been such a surprise to me. I think actually. Our producer, Rosanna Sun with The Workhouse, she started to clue in before I did and kind of gave me the wink, wink, nudge, nudge that she thought this character would be a big deal. And then once it all came out, I had to send her that email that was like, you were right. You told me so. You absolutely called it. You are a queen.
Yeah.
So, no, I had no idea. And it's been such a wild ride. I mean, what's not to love? She is such a cool character.
Yeah.
She is sexy, powerful, strong, intelligent, dynamic. There's just so much to love and relate to with Lady D, and I think she's really special.
Lady D. I love that you call her Lady D.
I mean, Lady Dimitrescu is such a mouthful. Like, you gotta shorten it. Or nowadays I'm like Alcy. I'll give her first name and nickname.
LCD, I love it.
LCD.
And how different are you from Lady Dimitrescu? Apart from the obvious, you're not a vampire and you're not, 9 feet tall. How different are you from her?
Right. I mean, like, I don't go around murdering people and slicing hands off and whatnot. So I guess that's a good thing. But I think aside from all of that, there's actually a lot that I think I can relate to about Lady D. I think it's important, especially when you are acting a character who is a villain, not to judge them. You have to approach them from a place of openness and empathy so you can really understand why they are the way that they are. And I think that Lady D, she has a lot of flaws. She is proud and has that sense of superiority and elitism that can often lead her to talk down to people or think she's better than people. But at the same time, she's also a mother and she cares very deeply for her daughters. And she's an incredible loyal person who will fight tooth and nail to protect the people that she loves and the people that she considers family. So I think that that's a lovely part of her, and certainly something that I can relate to too. I love my people are my people, and I love them, and I will fight for them. So yeah.
It's so incredible to hear your voice, Maggie. Really, like I'm talking to Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah.
We can close our eyes. And just
Yeah, like
listen,
Lady D.
oh my God.
talking to us.
keep
It's
talking,
amazing.
keep talking.
So, Maggie, why do you think Lady Dimitrescu generates so much fascination and attraction besides her obvious wonderful physique? Why do you think she's so fascinating?
Oh, such a good question. I think Capcom has done such a good job
Mhm.
in the design of the character. They have made a character who is instantly visually striking and tells a very clear visual story. Even before she opens her mouth, you have a clear sense of who she is as a person. And then if you take that and then layer on top writing that creates a very dynamic and multifaceted character, all of the things I was talking about before, these different facets of her personality. She is incredibly flawed, but also has these really positive attributes as well. She is proud, she is graceful, she is regal, she is violent and dangerous. I think you really have to feel the potential for violence. She is caring, she's a mother, she is a fighter. All of these things layered on top of an interesting character design give her that magneticism, that charm, that sense of spell that brings people in. I think that if she was just beautiful, then ultimately the character would have fallen flat. But it's the fact that she's a striking figure, and then on top of that, she's a striking character. That's what makes her the icon that she is today. And what I think is so exciting about that, and especially the way that she's permeated pop culture so much, is that we're seeing this push for diversity and representation in media. And I think that Lady is certainly not the end all be all of that fight, but she is a great big LOL for the right direction. And what's exciting about her is, you know, we've never seen anyone like her before in a game. She's pretty unique, I'd say. And the reaction that she has generated proves beyond a shadow of a doubt and shows that the audience base is there. People want to see different characters on screen. And so if anything else, I think she's shown us that this is what we want. We want to see more diversity. We want to see more different, interesting, intriguing characters. So that's what I think is the most exciting.
Yeah, it surely is. I also found it fascinating that the way you met Lady Dimitrescu through herself and through her mansion, like through the way she has things, the decoration of her home, like that side of her, the beauty and also the horror underneath. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think you've totally captured it, and the castle reflects all of that as well. It's that she is this beautiful, refined figure. Her castle is gorgeous and so ornate and detailed and immaculate. And then you have the contrast of this incredible violence and horror, and especially this transformation. You know, it's this duality at play here. That contrast is what's so exciting, I think.
Yeah, that's it. And did you play the game once it came out, or did it remind you too much of work?
You know, actually what I'm loving about this, the fact that she does not look like me, I think enables me to get that sense of space and distance from the work, so that I'm able to watch it and not just be an actor critiquing her own work and thinking about all the ways that I could have made it better. Instead, I'm able to come at it from the point of view as a fan and just enjoy the show and revel in her beautiful castle with an opera room and a giant bathtub and all of these like little details that just make it so fun to be there. So I'm really enjoying that. I have not played the game myself because I am bad.
Don't worry.
I would die immediately. I would kill myself. And but I was on Nicole Tompkins' stream, who plays my daughter Daniela in the game. So she streams the game while she plays. And so I was on her stream watching her play. And that was great for me because then I just got to watch and observe and comment and lie down. So it was great.
Cool. We have seen all these videos of you acting with that the big hat with the sensors and everything, but how different was it from doing theater or other forms of acting?
There's a lot of differences, certainly, but I would say that there are also a lot of similarities between, well, performance capture. What I like to say is that performance capture really is the blend of theater and on camera. And the theatrical component is that it's very heavily based in imagination. You have to be able to endow these circumstances, these worlds, just with your physicality. You don't have external visual cues like props, costumes, and makeup to help you tell the story. So you have to physically believe and carry the reality of the circumstance in your body. And so that's the fun part of that. That very much feels like black box theater. And then you also have the on-camera component, which is very technical and focuses a lot on specificity, which is what makes that really fun and challenging. So there's a lot of differences, but in fact, because I was able to pull from both of these different sides of my background, when I was in the volume working, when we were shooting, I felt kind of this instant click, like things just sort of made sense. And it was a pretty unique experience. It did feel like this lightning bolt moment where I felt like I was finding the thing I was meant to be doing. My first day, I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is what I need to be doing with my life. There was just something about it that instantly drew me in. The differences that you don't expect, perhaps, are things like when you're wearing a head cam and you have this camera in front of your face. Oh, I'll do it this way so I don't have a shadow on my face. You have this camera in front of your face and you can't have anything take place in front of the camera because that will block your data from being read. So anything like applying the lipstick or smoking the cigarette had to happen on the outside of this camera.
Okay.
Blood, I was not able to actually put my mouth to his arm. I had to like mime it all from a distance, which is so very silly and wacky, but we had a good laugh about it and it was great.
And Maggie, how did you prepare for the character? Did they give you freedom to define her personality? What was your, I don't know, how did you do it?
Yeah, I think Capcom and Steve Knieble, our director, he really is an actor's director. So he lets you do your work as an actor and allows you to bring your ideas to the work before he'll step in and be like, okay, I really like what's happening here. Let's just tailor it a little bit to be this instead. And so I did feel very supported in that work. And some of the things that I thought about, the lines were set. So I knew that the lines, we didn't really do a lot of improv. We didn't have leeway on the writing itself. That was set in stone, as it should be, because it's amazing writing.
Yeah.
So what I did mostly was try to bring in that physicality to the character. So things that I were thinking about were the fact that she is 9'6", meaning that she is going to carry a lot more weight than your average sized human on her body, on her physical frame. So every step that she takes, she has to exert a lot more effort in order to just put one foot in front of the other. So especially when I was acting in scenes with other characters who were average sized people, that was something I had to take into consideration so that she wouldn't feel the same as a normal sized person, that there'd be something about her that felt physically different. Certainly the visual cues of the props that she has played heavily on my character development. So she's got the fabulous hat, which allowed me to play with the sloping brim. And then I could kind of tap into that sense of superiority and elite that she has, because she can look at people from under the brim of her hat, which is super fun. And then with that, I also started to play with curves. So nothing Lady D does is ever in a straight line. She's always very fluid and flexible and indirect. And she is a high status character, which means that she can take her time to do things her way. You are on her schedule, not the other way around. So when you're playing high status, I think what you think about as an actor is specificity, not wasting your movements, not doing extraneous movements. You are only moving as much as you need to in order to accomplish the task that you need to do. Whereas low status characters can be a bit more like blah, frenetic, moving around a lot more. High status characters tend to stay very still and have more specific movement qualities. So those are some of the things that I was thinking about.
And Maggie, like movie companies, video game companies are also going to great lengths to prevent any kind of leak from happening. So how was it in your case? Did you have to stay silent for a long time?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Full stop. End of answer.
Yeah.
No, I was definitely under a lot of NDAs. I was not able to say anything about this job before the game was released. And even the initial audition breakdown that I submitted for, I found out later was a false breakdown, so that they weren't giving away any project details or character name plot details, anything like that. So the unique thing about this experience for me is that I had no idea what I had booked. I had no clue what game I had booked until I think I showed up to the table read. And that's when I started to clue into the fact that this might be a big deal, because people were like whispering excitedly, and there was just this energy in the air that I felt like, okay, something's happening here and I need to figure out what it is. And so then after the table read, I then went home and furiously researched based on context clues that I could find in my paperwork or in my script, and figured out what game I was in, because I had no idea.
And you found Umbrella at last.
And then, when you figure out that you're in Resident Evil, it's such a major franchise. I'm not even a gamer myself, but even I had heard of this franchise before. And so that was certainly a big moment. But even knowing how big this franchise was, I had no idea that the game would be this big, that the character would be this big. I had no idea what to expect from all of this.
Surprise?
Yeah, big surprise.
Surprised, very much surprised.
Maggie, have you heard Lady Dimitrescu in other languages?
No.
No?
No, I haven't, but I'd love to.
Do you want to listen to her in Spanish?
Yes.
Let's watch it.
Siento informarte de que Ethan Winters ha escapado del imbécil de Heisenberg. Porque está en mi castillo y ha resultado ser demasiado para mis hijas. Cuando lo encuentre... No, Madre Miranda. Sí, claro, comprendo la importancia de la ceremonia. No te fallaré. ¡Oh! ¡Al infierno con la ceremonia!
What did you think?
I love that. I love that. There's such a musicality about the Spanish language. I think it fits really nicely, and that voice actress has done such a good job of, you can sense that kind of arch superiority in the way that she's phrasing her lines. I think it's fabulous. It's really cool. I love this.
We also have it in Brazilian Portuguese, if you want to hear it.
Okay, yeah.
Let's watch it.
Let's go.
Aí está você. E tudo por uma menina que nem está aqui.
Mas que merda!
Sua ingrata e egoísta criatura. Você entra na minha
Egoísta
casa.
criatura.
Põe suas mãos imundas nas minhas filhas. E ainda tenta roubar minha propriedade. Como se atreve?
You're enjoying this.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I love languages and sounds. I don't speak that many languages myself because I don't have an affinity for language, but I love thinking about sounds and thinking about language, and it's really cool to hear other languages say these lines and the takes, that the way that influences the character. I think with the Brazilian Portuguese version, the way she was doing it was a lot more clipped and staccato, and so it has that nice aggressive she's gonna mess you up kind of vibe to it, which I think is really cool.
Always powerful female voices behind Lady Dimitrescu.
Yes, get it.
And how's your level of Spanish? Do you know any Spanish?
A little bit. Poquito.
Un poquito? Could you say a sentence by Lady Dimitrescu in Spanish? Anything?
Okay. Let me see if I can pull this
Okay.
off.
Concentration.
Al fin nos conocemos.
Oh!
Whoa. Oh my
Did
god.
I do it?
Yeah, fantastic.
How was
Oh
my
my God.
pronunciation? Was it okay?
It was wonderful.
Yeah, so great.
Al fin nos conocemos. I love it. Thank you so much, Maggie. Oh, well, fantastic.
You're
Oh,
speaking Spanish
That
better
was
than me.
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, Maggie,
No, I doubt that.
the E3 conference took place recently, this last few days, and at the Capcom conference, it was revealed that there's an upcoming DLC of Resident Evil Village after popular demand from all the fans. So in our minds, popular means Lady Dimitrescu. So
Yeah.
shall we hope to see her again?
I have no clue. I have no clue. I am very, very excited that Capcom is releasing a DLC. I know that they will do such a fabulous job in it. And whether I'm in that or not, I know that it will be an amazing experience for fans. So totally trust their vision on that one. And I'm excited to see what comes out.
Oh, please, more Alcina. We want to see. And without giving away any spoilers, would you like for Lady Dimitrescu to make another appearance in the franchise in future games?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I obviously trust Capcom implicitly. I know that they create magnificent work. And then, of course, I would love to play her again. I think she's a fabulous character and at this point does very much feel like a friend to me, someone that I know very well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love her. I could play her forever. I think she's great.
Yeah, we'll have a game about
But I'm biased.
like the origins of Alcina Dimitrescu, something like that would be amazing.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, as with any phenomenon like this, there are a lot of user-designed mods. There are people making mods from their PCs to make the game different, I guess, like adding new
Different.
content. Yeah, and of course, Alcina is like the main character of all this modding. So there's a pretty funny video of someone using a fly swatter to fight Lady Dimitrescu. Have you seen it?
I have.
You have? Do your friends send you these kind of videos like, look at what they're doing to Alcina?
Oh yeah. My friends send me all of this stuff and we just have a good laugh about it. I mean, there's so much creativity in this fan base. And it blows my mind. I mean, every day I see something new. I think it's hilarious. I think people are having a good time. At this point, Lady D very much feels like once the game is released, she becomes something separate from you. She's no longer mine anymore. And she takes on a life of her own. And I feel like she's very much doing that. And people on the internet are adding their own creativity and their own flair to her as a character and just continuing to deepen who she is. And I think that that's super duper cool. Obviously, some of it is just hilarious and silly, like the fly swatter. But then there's some other stuff where you're like, oh my gosh, that's really sweet. You're painting a picture of her as a mother and seeing her interact with others in a really intimate and special way. And I think all of that is really cute.
Yeah, the fans have embraced her and they make an amazing fan art of Lady D. Yeah.
So much talent. I mean, everyone's writing to me to be like, oh my gosh, you're so talented. And then I look at their art and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so talented.
No, you are.
Talent duel.
You.
And Lady Dimitrescu was also used, I don't know if you knew this, by Domino's Pizza Malaysia for an advertising campaign. Did you know this?
Wasn't that so cool? I did know that. It absolutely blew my mind.
It's so funny. What do you think Lady Dimitrescu's favorite pizza would be?
Well, obviously the sauce is going to be blood.
Obviously. Yeah. Maiden's blood.
Blood, virgin's blood. And then, I don't know, I think she's a very classy lady. So she'd probably have toppings on there that are fairly gourmet, like truffle or caviar. Does one put caviar?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Mushroom, truffle, goat cheese.
Yeah. Fancy stuff.
Dried tomatoes, blood.
Okay, so Maggie, finally, we're going to make you take a little test to see how much you really know about Lady Dimitrescu. Are you up for it?
I'm nervous. Okay, I'm up for it.
You are the most knowledgeable person we know about Lady Dimitrescu.
Okay.
So first question. What's Lady Dimitrescu's height?
9'6".
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Second question. Which famous serial killer was Lady Dimitrescu inspired on?
Oh.
They're Hungarian
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're a lady
Yeah.
and they kill people.
And she bathed in. They say she bathed in blood of young women. You
That's
know?
why her bathtub is so big, Lady D's.
Yes.
Big bloodbaths.
Yeah, she was Elizabeth Bathory, the Hungarian countess who murdered young women in the 16th and 17th centuries.
A countess.
A countess.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, not the killing part, but like,
yeah.
you know what I mean.
The highborn lady killing people thing.
The highborn lady. Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting. I love that.
So, third question. What are the names of Lady Dimitrescu's 3 daughters? Oh,
Bela, Cassandra, and Daniela.
yes.
My
Your
love.
3 loves.
Yes.
Fourth question. What is Lady Dimitrescu's weapon of choice?
Her claws.
Yeah! Her claws, that's it. Fifth question. What is the secret ingredient of Lady Dimitrescu's fanciest wine?
Oh, Sanguis Virginis. Virgin.
I can't stop listening to her voice. This is amazing. Yes, Maiden's Blood, Sanguis Virginis. And the last one. This one's going to be very easy for you. Which Polish actress was the model for Lady Dimitrescu's face?
Helena Mankowska.
Yes, Helen Mankowska. That's it. Yay! So, apart from the Hungarian countess one, that's a full perfect answers, perfect score.
4 out of 5. I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
you'll
It's a
take it.
passing grade.
Yeah. It's a overpassing gate. So thank you so much for this, Maggie, for giving us this interview. We're so happy to have you here today.
Oh my gosh, you guys were such a delight to talk to. This was really a lot of fun. So thank you again for having me on. I'm just so grateful to be here. The fact that you even want to talk to me is like mind blowing. So.
Well, of course, you're the Lady D. Thank you so much. So
Thank you very
now,
much, Maggie.
yeah, now we are both fans of Lady D and Maggie.
Yep.
Oh,
We hope to see you soon in more games.
thank you. Yes, I hope so too.
Of course. Thank you so much, Maggie, for being today with us. Best for you.
See you soon,
We love
Maggie.
you.
Bye. Love you guys.
Goodbye.